I supported him. He lost. He let us down. But, you know, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Do you agree with that?
He's a war hero because he was captured, okay?
That was yesterday at the Iowa Family Leadership Summit. Joining us now is Frank Luntz, who is a Republican pollster and a CBS News analyst. He also moderated that event in Des Moines, which is where he is this morning. Frank, was that a turning point for the Trump campaign?
It will be a turning point depending on what he does over the next 24 hours. I've already had the opportunity to reach out to two separate veterans organizations, one of them a POW organization, and they've told me that they believe that this will be significant. The idea of distinguishing veterans who were captured versus those that weren't is offensive to them, and they feel that Donald Trump owes John McCain an apology. This is a big deal because it demonstrates character. It demonstrates judgment. Up until this point, that exchange was because I was asking him questions about the words that he was using and whether they were proper for a presidential candidate. But that exchange suggested that he really doesn't appreciate the significance of being a POW and what that means in American society.
Frank, when you were done with your interview with him, he got a standing ovation. And so I'd like you to separate for us the difference between the way voters in the Republican base may think about Donald Trump and the way elites in the party and the press may think about him. Why did he get a standing ovation?
Well, first off, all 10 presidential candidates got a standing ovation. Second is that only about 60% of that room stood for him. The standing ovations for Ted Cruz, for Scott Walker, for Marco Rubio, the standing ovations for Mike Huckabee, I could go through all of them, Bobby Jindal, were far more enthusiastic than the one for Donald Trump. So yes, he's being accurate, but that's not actually what happened. Second is that he does speak straight. He says it the way it is, and the American people are desperate. Beyond someone who is honest and accountable, the number two attribute that the American people are looking for, and I do apologize, my voice is gone from 4 hours of questioning these people. The number two attribute is someone who says what they mean and means what they say, and Trump does do that. And his language is very powerful for the disaffected voter. But you still have to ask the question, is this the kind of civility? Is this the kind of decency?
All right, Frank.
Is this the kind of language that builds a good electoral process?
Sorry to be uncivil and interrupt you, but we'll have to go. We'll leave it there.
Okay.
Frank Luntz, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us.